it overlaps with a portion
You
of
don't
what we
think
do.
you have a monopoly?
It certainly doesn't feel like that to me.
Okay.
What if I told you that every time you message your friend, scroll through your feed, or check notifications, there's a high chance Meta is involved? From Facebook to Instagram to WhatsApp, Meta platforms touch over 3 billion people every month. That's more than a third of the entire planet. But how did this happen? How did a simple social network created in a Harvard dorm room grow into one of the most powerful companies in human history? And more importantly, how does it maintain that power? In this video, we're opening the vault. The moves that took it from college campuses to controlling the very flow of online information. From ruthless acquisitions that crush competitors to algorithms so precise they can anticipate your desires before you even know them. Whether you're a casual user or a digital native, chances are you've only seen fragments of the truth. This is the behind the scenes story of how Meta didn't just grow, it conquered. By the end, you'll understand why every tap, every scroll, every moment online might be feeding a machine far more powerful than you ever imagined. Quick pause. Over 90% of my viewers aren't subscribed. If you're enjoying this, hit subscribe. It helps a lot. Thanks. Now let's get back to the video. It started with a single spark at Harvard in 2004. Mark Zuckerberg, a student with a knack for coding and a controversial reputation, launched the Facebook as a campus exclusive directory. Within a few weeks, it spread to other Ivy League schools. Within a year, it was open to every college in the US. By 2006, Facebook opened the gates to the world and the flood began. Unlike MySpace or Friendster, Facebook offered real identity, clean design, and a sense of exclusivity. It wasn't just another platform. It became the digital equivalent of your social life. As users grew, so did data. And with data came the first real monetization, targeted ads. Facebook wasn't just connecting friends, it was learning everything about them. Zuckerberg's mantra, move fast and break things. And break things they did. Business models, norms, and eventually the internet's entire social structure. By 2010, Facebook wasn't just a startup, it was a movement. And behind the scenes, it was already plotting how to make sure no one could ever take its crown. By the early 2010s, Facebook was on top, but it wasn't satisfied. It began quietly, then aggressively acquiring competitors and key players in the tech space. Instagram was the first massive move. Just 2 years after launch, Facebook bought it for $1 billion, a number many called insane at the time. But Meta saw what others missed. Instagram wasn't just a photo app, it was where the young users were headed. Then came WhatsApp, $19 billion for just a messaging app. Again, the critics laughed until they realized Meta wasn't just buying users, it was eliminating threats. And Oculus, that was Meta planting its flag in the next frontier, virtual reality. These weren't just business deals, they were power plays. Meta was making sure that any potential rival would either be crushed or absorbed. And while the public watched these deals unfold, regulators hesitated. The FTC and governments raised concerns, but approvals came anyway. By the time scrutiny increased, Meta's grip was already secure. With each acquisition, Meta was rapidly growing and building its walled garden around the internet. With a sprawling empire of platforms, Meta's next move was more subtle and more powerful. It didn't just want your time, it wanted your attention constantly. Enter the algorithm, built to serve you what you like, but also what keeps you scrolling. A personalized feed that learned your behaviors, amplified your emotions, and nudged you deeper into engagement. The like button, infinite scroll, notifications engineered like slot machines. Meta's platforms were designed not just to entertain, but to addict. Behind the scenes, data was king. Every click, pause, or share refined the machine. More data meant better targeting. Better targeting meant more ad revenue. And that's where Meta thrived. It knew what you wanted before you did, and advertisers paid top dollar for that kind of power. But it came with a price. Mental health concerns, misinformation, and polarization. Still, for Meta, engagement was the metric. If it kept users hooked, it stayed. As the platforms matured, Meta's strategy became clear. Dominance through integration, Instagram stories, Facebook Marketplace, Messenger integration, all designed to keep users within the ecosystem. No reason to leave. APIs were tightly controlled. Competitors trying to build on Meta's platform often found themselves throttled or cut off. Want your content seen? Better play by Meta's rules. The company could tweak algorithms, prioritize its own features, and shadow ban without explanation. Power wasn't just in user count, it was in visibility. And the ad network, one of the most sophisticated in history. Small businesses and massive corporations alike depended on Meta for customer acquisition. That dependence gave Meta unmatched leverage. It could reshape industries, not by force, but by code. And through it all, the company maintained a clean front, connecting the world. But under the surface, it was shaping commerce, communication, and culture itself. In 2021, Facebook rebranded as Meta, a bold signal of its next move. The future wasn't just social, it was immersive. Virtual reality, augmented layers on top of real life, digital avatars, virtual homes, 3D workspaces. Through Reality Labs and investments in Oculus, Meta is betting billions on becoming the gateway to the next internet, what it calls the metaverse. Skeptics are everywhere. Usage is low, costs are high, and the tech is clunky. But remember, Meta plays the long game. It's betting that eventually people won't just scroll, they'll live inside the experience. If that bet pays off, Meta won't just own your screen, it'll own your world. Meta didn't just grow. It absorbed, adapted, and asserted control over nearly every aspect of digital life. From a dorm room experiment to a trillion-dollar empire, it used data, design, and deals to dominate the internet, and now it's reaching for a new frontier. But the question remains, should one company have this much power over how we connect, communicate, and consume? Let us know what you think in the comments, and if you found this eye-opening, make sure to like, subscribe, and share.